So, for those of you who don't know me, the name's Julian Ferris. I decided that I was going to start blogging, video blogging. Figured that'd be easier than actual, type blogging. So, it's 12:30 in the morning, May 9th, if I have my dates correct, 2012. Maybe from the future, I don't know. People stroll into the history of YouTube, if that still exists. Well, okay, my audience I'm talking to is my present time, so you future people don't matter at the moment. Well, let's see. What's on my mind at 12:30 in the morning? What could be on any mind at 12:30 in the morning? I don't know, but let's see. Let me start. I don't know. I just because this has actually been on my mind because I actually paid attention to the news the other day. The presidential election is this year. It's 2012. You know, Obama's running for a second term in office, and one thing that I already figured is that everybody's been, not everyone, but most Republicans anyway, have been bashing him this entire first term, and it's been, quite frankly, just annoying to hear about at this point because it's been driven into the ground, and it's like, what can you still say about him? I mean, he put everything out there, and they're still just trying to find random crap to say about him, and it's really ridiculous at this point. But the thing I'm getting at, Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is, I guess if I'm up to speed right now in the election, because I don't really pay attention to that much, which is sad, but beside the point. I believe it's down to Obama versus Mitt, and some lady said Romney was having a speech, public appearance type deal, and kind of a Q&A at the end of what he was saying, and some lady says, I'm not quoting exactly, some of the main hitting words are her words were that, I guess she was basically asking Romney if he agreed with her on this, because she wasn't asking a question, she was making a statement, that President Obama, should be tried for treason against the Constitution. For treason against the Constitution. And I'm like, wait, what? And Romney basically shrugged it off and went on about his business during his little session of talking, and then afterwards some reporter brought it up to him like, why didn't you have anything to say about it? Like, that's the question on everyone else's mind. Why didn't you have anything to say about it? Why did you just let it go? And he goes, oh, it's obvious that I don't believe he should be tried for treason. It's obvious that I don't agree with that. If it was obvious, why didn't you say something on the stage? Right? I mean, and they showed a clip from 2008 when McCain ran against President Obama, and some lady came up and she was like, I don't trust Obama. I can't believe in a man such as blah, 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 whatever she had to say. I missed that part, whatever it was she actually said. But McCain shut her down and said to everyone, no, ma'am, that's not true. Obama is a strong family man. He's a great supporter. And I was like, maybe that statement lost you the election, but that gave a lot of people a lot of respect for you. And I was watching it on one of the CNN networks, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he had a Twitter feed going, and everybody, one of the biggest words I remember hearing was Romney being spineless and a coward, and I'm like, you can't help but agree with that. It was pathetic, and that's the best word I can come up with. It's just, you know that was a ridiculous statement, and are you just so wanting the presidency that badly that you're just gonna be like, I'll make it look like I agree with you, but not saying anything against it. I never said he shouldn't be tried, but I didn't say he should. You can't float in the middle like that. That's kind of my my point there. So this right here, not an Avengers. It says Avenge on it, which I find interesting, but Captain America poster. I'm a big Marvel freak. That is a giant change from the subject I was just talking about, but it's gonna go into something bigger. Let's see. I'm a huge Marvel freak. Like Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, all of it. Iron Man. Me right here. Like this right here is it was my cover for my art class last year. I just like drew all different Marvel stuff on it. That the Ghost Rider took me a while, but I finally got it. I feel like it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Just my opinion. I drew it, of course. But thing was, I went and saw the Avengers in 3D the other night. Great movie, just a great movie. I guess this is gonna turn into my review of the movie. Let's see. Some of my favorite points was like one thing I was thinking throughout the entire movie. Like I don't even play video games that much. I mean, I have a job and school, so I don't have the biggest much of a chance to actually play video games that much. But one of the big things I was thinking was this movie is a perfect setup for a video game because like if a storyline based video game anyway, because there are so many battles, like minor battles within the film, like there's an Iron Man versus Thor. Like Thor got on everyone's bad side somehow, but there's an Iron Man versus Thor, a Hulk versus Thor. There's a Captain America versus Loki, which ends up turning into Iron Man and Captain America versus Loki. There's Black Widow versus Hawkeye. And then of course the giant battle scene in the end, and that turned into Iron Man versus Loki, Hulk versus Loki, Thor versus Loki. Like Loki just didn't get on anybody's bad. Iron Man, Hulk versus Loki wasn't really a Hulk versus Loki. It was more like a Hulk and Loki versus the ground type thing because Loki is a great part. Loki goes into this rant about how he's like, I'm a god, I won't be bullied by a behemoth like you, and in the middle of his sentence the Hulk just grabs him by the leg and starts pounding him into the floor. The funniest part, he's pounding him into the floor, just throwing him around all over the place. He picks him up and looks at him for a second, he's like, yeah, and keeps going. And then he ends it with puny god as great. Let's see. I'm not gonna throw out any spoilers in case somebody watches this before they actually see the movie. I don't even know who's gonna watch this video. I mean, I'm not one of those big. Ooh, listen to this guy. I'm just a regular old guy on a video. Thanks to my iPad via the high school, because our high school decided that we're gonna buy a lot of iPads from Apple and give them to our students. It wasn't just our school; it was the district, it was about the district high schools. There's like 4 high schools. Our high school contains 3,000 students. It was 3,000 iPads just in that one school, and I was like, whoa, what? When I first heard it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what? No. My school's not gonna get iPads. Like, what is that? Like, I heard it from a tech friend of mine, and he was like, so our school's supposed to be getting, like, all the students are supposed to be getting iPads next year. I was like, there is no way all the kids at this school are gonna, it just sounded so far-fetched. I was just like, no. And next year rolls around, and they're like, dude, we're getting iPads. I was like, I'm still in the same belief system. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Why would they give us iPads? No, knowing the students at this school, why would they give us iPads? It'd be a great learning tool. Then the teacher started talking about it. When the teacher started talking about it, I was like, dude, we're getting iPads this year. What in the world? It was like September or October, something like that, rolled around. Sure enough, they pulled us out of our classes chunks at a time. Like, this section of classes gets out Monday, gets their iPads. Like, it was a week, and it was kind of funny because you had those kids that got them at the beginning of the week, and they were just like, "Oh, we got our iPads before you did." And the funniest one was a Monday. It started on a Monday, and this was hilarious. It started on a Monday. Now, the way I understand it, because I wasn't part of this group. My group was a Thursday, so I was like later in the week. I was watching all these iPads roll around. I'm like, okay, now it's time to get mine, you know. But the Monday, the Monday one was the big tease. It was like the big troll. Like, I saw the "you mad bro" faces on like all the administrators or whatever. Like, they got their iPads. All these kids got their iPads. Now, we had to do when we got the iPads, we got the iPads. We were supposed to configure the iPads to like the school system or whatever. Um, the school, to my understanding of this, mind you, this may not be exactly correct, but to my understanding of this, the school's Wi-Fi system was not ready for this amount of of servers going into the system. It was not ready to. It was not strong enough to realize the connection from all of these individual signal settings, and the Wi-Fi crashed. The it, the Wi-Fi, like, they lost it all. There was no computer, not no computers, but there was like, they couldn't finish the process, so they ended up giving all the iPads out. All of these iPads fill the theater. Like, we have a theater, and it seats like 1,000 some people. Filled the theater with students. Handed out all these iPads. Got them ready. They got really close to being done. Crashed everything. Had to take all the iPads back up till the next day. It was quite hilarious because they were like, "We got our iPads," and then they were like, "No, you don't." Oh, it was great. And then finally they got, like, my friend was like, they're going out to get like hotspots so it doesn't have to take so much to one server. I was like, that's pretty funny. Biggest tease like I've seen in a long time. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, I think that's about all I can say right now. I'll have some more hard-hitting stuff in later episodes or series or showings. I don't know what to call it yet. But that's my first vlog. Julian Ferris. Keep posted. Sayonara and good night.